courtesy of Paul Boyer on Twitter. This is bad and needs to be corrected. And
your analysis today has been great. Everything's either good or bad.
Bad.
Phenomenal
Bad.
work by you.
All right. So, games until the Phillies have been caught stealing 10 times is the subject matter.
Oh.
In 2021, they didn't get caught stealing until the 92nd game of the year. That sounds really good.
Okay.
In 2022, it was the 74th game of the year. Pretty good, I think, still.
Okay.
Like at least okay.
Yeah.
In 2023, it took until the 48th game for them to be caught stealing 10 times. Renee, would you like to guess how many games it took for them to be caught stealing 10 times this year?
16.
26.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, they lead the league
Yeah.
in getting caught. Trey might have been on a streak, but the Phillies are worse than the league for getting caught stealing
bases.
bases.
This is a bad bad
Bad
trend. From 92 to 26 games. I mean, you're talking about almost 60-ish, 65-ish game difference in the matter of 4 years. Now, Paco Figueroa is the first base coach / stealing guy. I don't know, but they need to improve that. They're getting caught stealing on the base pass way too often, and this will just segue us into starting to talk about last night's game because last night's game was incredibly frustrating, and Trey Turner done messed up. They went with the basically steal second, steal home play that they implemented with Bryce Harper in the playoffs that was effective. But the key to that play is Trey Turner cannot leave third base until he sees the ball leave the hand of the catcher. Now, since he's catcher, was that Molly last night or was that
No, it was Tyler Stevenson.
Yeah, it was Stevenson. Hell of a play. I'll tip my hat and give him credit. But Trey Turner took off before the ball released from his hands. He ended his consecutive stolen base streak at 41, which is great. It was the longest streak since Ichiro Suzuki did it in 2006-07 at 45 straight stolen bases. That was a really kind of shitty way to end the streak.
Yeah.
It was a mistake of Trey's. I can't put that on the coaches or even Paco or anybody. That's just player error, and it kind of sucks. But like this stolen base pass, just dumb baseball thing. Look, you have a really good product and a really good team. It's really that much more frustrating when you see mental errors happening at that rate. Get some Adderall, get some, I don't know, what's that app where you can do like the mental coaching to yourself, clear your heads, get some Zen. I don't know, maybe have a mantra or some chi, light some incense. Am I saying these things right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Those are words.
Yeah, do that. Those are words. But this needs to end.
Okay, so the Phillies and Trey top in the league in stolen bases, getting caught for the Phillies and Trey for stealing them. Like, okay. And then also even in errors, which I know we'll talk a little bit more about, that Trey is top of the NL and so are the Phillies in errors. There's like a common theme here, I feel like. Rob Thompson has spoken multiple times about how they are encouraging guys to be aggressive. And I do think the hard part, aggressive is good. We saw in the playoffs last year at times, they were telling them to hold up and they should have gone. And you have to get them comfortable just going without thinking and trusting themselves, trusting the play to develop. But I know we talked about it before. How do you find that balance? Because you don't want to go the other direction where you're telling them to be more cautious and play quote unquote smarter, because to be honest, it's only a dumb play if you get caught. Like if you go try to steal a bag and you make it, nobody cares what happens, if it was smart or not, if you get there. They might say, "Ooh, that was a little risky," but they're not going to say, "Oh, wow, Jamie, that was so dumb that you stole that base and you got caught." No, it's only bad because you get caught. So how do you get the Phillies more on the part of stealing bases, minimizing errors, all these things that I think all connect to being aggressive without it leading to dumb mistakes, dumb errors? And so I think with time, it'll happen. I think
I don't know. These guys are vets. I think they should spike the water system in the locker room with Adderall. I think that's the best.
That's it.
I think that's the answer. I mean, we could.
I mean, like maybe when you're watching,
What you want to bring back the Pete
maybe you watch
Buchanan
back
tax?
some film and you kind of look at like, but the problem is you just don't know. Every play is so meticulously different down to like the smallest things. I'm all fine with being aggressive because I love aggression. The way I always like to play and the way I feel like sports need to be played is you take risk. It's sports at the end of the day.
Yeah, just don't be dumb about it. And Trey Turner was dumb last night, unfortunately,
right.
and it ended a great streak. And I hate to give him a hard time about stealing 41 bases, but like that situation last night, that game. All right, let's get into Rob Thompson.
And that was his first time getting caught with the Phillies. He was 36 for 36 with the Phillies. Of course, as you mentioned, 41 straight.
Yeah,
overall. It was bound to happen. I also wonder sometimes, though, Jamie, and I know Spencer Turnbull just went through this with the no-hitter. Sometimes is it better for those streaks to
Blessing
end
in disguise?
Because now there's a little less pressure. Like every time he's taken off to steal a base, and I'm not saying Trey's thinking like this, but we all talk about, there's another stolen base.
Yeah.
Number 39, number 40, and now it's like, just go steal a base. Doesn't matter if it's 41 straight or if you miss one, if you're just continuously stealing bases, and it leads to scoring runs.